Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video we're going to be covering a web development agency. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So firstly, before we get into what services web development agencies offer, their expertise, their solutions, what exactly is a web development agency? So it's either a company or organization that specializes in providing a range of services related to web development. So we'll use our one as an example. So it will be a great example. You can see that we provide different services like web development. We also provide digital marketing services, content marketing services, and anything that you would need in terms of the online platform. But agencies like us have teams of skilled professionals who collaborate to design and maintain websites and web applications for clients. Web development agencies would also offer expertise in various areas of web development. So not only do we offer the web design and development of it, but we can also offer the front end and back end development, as well as guiding you through the UI and UX design. So now that we've cleared up what exactly a web development agency does, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the key aspects of web development agencies. Firstly, the services offered. Web development agencies offer a wide range of services to cater to their clients' needs. These services may include website design, web application development, e-commerce development, mobile app development, responsive design, and more. But let's jump in and take a look at some of these services offered in detail. So as a client, of course, you want to see what the design stages look like. This is where you can gauge as an agency to see what your client would like. So before actually getting into the web development, as a UI or UX designer or an agency that has a designer, you would take the process step by step and actually apply a wireframe. Now, what a wireframe is the base of your website, so that's technically your foundation. So if we have a closer look at the wireframing for this one, so we can see here that there's buttons and cards, you've got navigation, you've got a hero section, and then you've got social proof, and these are more or less here just to help you understand what the layout of your website will look like. Now, to have a better look at this, I'm going to show you a built wireframe from one of our internal brands. So this is one of our internal brands, which is Luxury, Leisure and Affluence. Now, it's currently in the design process of things, but you can see from this, here we have our main layout. So as a client, what exactly would you like? And are you going to go for an e-commerce development? Are you going to go for a non-e-commerce development? What sort of design did you have in mind? So this is where you as a client and the UI or UX designer can get talking to building the actual site. So you can see here we've got our navigation, we've got our hero section, we've got the overall layout of how we want to build this site. So if we go down, you can see. So many web development agencies will offer design services, and that'll be including your UI, so that's user interface, and UX, which is user experience design. Now, they want to focus on creating visually appealing and user-friendly interfaces that'll enhance the overall user experience. Moving on to our next key aspect of web development agencies, which is the expertise. Agencies typically have a team of skilled professionals with expertise in different programming languages, frameworks, and technologies. This allows them to handle complex projects and deliver high-quality solutions. Now, whether you're creating a website for a client on a CMS, which is content management system, or a website builder, or as well as that, creating one completely from scratch. Those are the different expertise areas. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys a couple of examples of some of the websites that we've created on a website builder platform, and as well as some of the websites that we've created through WordPress as well. So as a web development agency, what we like to do is offer our clients different options that would best suit them for their business. So whether you're a much larger company, we would like to try to offer a hard-coded website or even a WordPress website. And with a smaller business or medium-sized business, we would try to consider going for a Wix website, as it will be easier to maintain as well. But each development agency will be different, and of course will offer different expertise as well as some of the different services that are offered. But anyway, getting into this, we'll take a look at some of the Wix websites that we've built, as well as some of the WordPress websites that we built as well. So just to take a further look into some of the sites that we have, you can see some of these are all client-based, and they're all currently on a premium plan. So there are different plans that are offered on different website builders. So depending on how some of the web development agencies do it, some of them will use Wix, some will use Shopify, some will even use Squarespace. So there are a couple of different options in terms of a website builder. Now, if we have a look at an example, so this is one of our internal brands, which is Web Design Belfast. So we'll get a closer look into this. So if we go ahead and edit the site or preview a site, let's see if we can get a preview on this. So we'll view the live site itself. So this is the many things that can be accomplished through a website builder. You can see it's modern, sleek. There's a lot to it. It can also be developed more if more time has been spent to it as well. So this is more or less what the site looks like. So that's what you can achieve with a website builder. Now let's take a look at some of the CMS type projects that we have created as well. So starting off with one of our internal brands, which is Conley Cove. Conley Cove uses PHP templates and some custom-made Gutenberg blocks as well. So that's all with the WordPress that's been applied for this. Again, nice functional site. You can see how it works. You've got your navigation bar here, drop-down menu as well for all the different destinations. Scroll down. So a lot of these aren't so possible for a website builder, but is possible when you are trying to hard code websites. And as I've said, these have been made using the PHP templates and some custom Gutenberg blocks. And of course we have a nice footer at the bottom. So that's just one of the examples for a site. Now here's another site, but isn't actually using any PHP templates or any of those blocks. However, it does use Elementor. So what Elementor is a popular and powerful drag and drop web page builder plugin for WordPress, and it enables users to create and customize web pages visually without needing to write any code. So with Elementor, you can design and build stunning responsive websites and landing pages directly from the WordPress dashboard. So it's got that web pages for text, images, buttons, forms, and videos, and pretty much more. So this would be an image. Of course, this is a nice plain white background. We've got different sections for that part as well. In terms of responsiveness, it is a responsive design. So it will go on various devices like tablets, smartphones, as well as the desktop that we're on now. And you can also customize how your content appears on different screen sizes. So it just works almost the same as Wix, Squarespace, or Shopify. And you do also get that luxury of having custom CSS. So Elementor allows you to add custom CSS specific elements or sections. And that gives you more control over styling. And as well as that, the compatibility. So Elementor is compatible with most WordPress themes and works well with popular plugins, and it can seamlessly integrate your existing website. So that's just one of the examples for what a web design agency can do, which is having that expertise and knowledge for different areas, which is WordPress, PHP, and of course different coding languages like Python, Node.js, and of course some of these web design agencies can go as far as branching out to different sections or sectors of the growing Internet of Things. So as well as development of websites, they can go as far as mobile app development, application development, and pretty much more. So application development being like your actual phone, or as well as that, there are new areas to AI as well, so they could try to branch out through that, but all depends on the agency, of course. But yes, with our company, we would mainly specialize in creating WordPress websites. At the end of the day, most of the websites, or majority of the websites, use WordPress templates or are on WordPress, and some, of course, use website builders. And it's just that ease as well in creating a website through these developers or these website builders. But yes, overall, that's what the expertise of agencies would typically have, which is being skilled for different sectors, again, being programming languages, frameworks, and different technologies. And with all those skills, create a pretty strong teamed web development agency. Now, our next topic, which is custom solutions. So, web development agencies often create customized solutions tailored to each client's unique requirements. Now, they would work closely with clients to understand their goals and objectives and develop solutions that meet their specific needs. So, what exactly do I mean by custom solutions? So, as well as working closely with clients to understand their goals and objectives, and of course, as mentioned, developing solutions to meet those specific needs, a web development agency or a web design and digital marketing agency will probably offer other services like digital marketing services. So that'll help you target different audiences on the platforms that they would like to use, and you can track progress as stated and measure engagement. And that'll be through social media marketing, digital marketing strategy, digital training, online advertising. So just giving you a fair advice on what else you need to do in order to maintain and keep that website afloat. And as well as this, other web design agencies may also offer some content marketing services. So depending on what content that you have in mind, or if you don't have any content at all to give, then an agency may offer some content marketing services as well, and that'll help you gain more ranking into a website, as well as developing your SEO knowledge for your site. And of course, if you do want to find out more information on digital marketing services and content marketing services, check out our ProfileTree website. So more on digital marketing, we'll take a look. So you can see how with us as a web design agency, so ProfileTree will make your digital channels work together to cut through the noise and generate leads and sales for your business. So you can see that if marketing isn't good enough, we can try to assist you on that. And then of course we offer digital advertising as well. So that'll try to target customers quickly while being affordable at a cost-effective price. So of course we've got our own team to do that as well. Then with the likes of an agency as well, they would offer social media marketing like we've discussed. So that's building upon the content that you already have within Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you have really. And that'll keep you in the right direction with our team to help you out with that. But overall, you can see how an agency will push a client to maximize their website. So as well as being a web design agency for building sites, you want to try to build upon other areas, which would be the weak points, let's just say. And by working on these, you're trying to keep your website afloat. But other than that, that would be more or less what the custom solutions are in terms of being the web design agency and the client. Now, going back to what web design agencies do offer as well, which is the design and user experience. They would offer different design services, and again, that'll be the user interface and the user experience, and they would have a professional web designer to build a wireframe for your site. But there are multiple choices that they would try to go for. So in terms of this, here's the first one, which is Figma. And this is a great collaborative design tool for a web development agency. Just more the fact that you can work with other people in real-time collaboration, so that's between designers, and it offers powerful vector editing, prototyping, and design handoff features. Another one that some website agencies will use is Sketch, and this is another vector-based design tool. It would be primarily used for Mac OS. Now, it's known for its ease of use and extensive plugin ecosystem, and it's widely used for creating UI and UX designs. Now, I'm sure a majority of you have heard of this tool before, but this is Adobe XD, and this is a comprehensive design and prototyping tool, and offers features for creating interactive prototypes, user flows, and animations. So again, great for something not just web, but also for a mobile app, or if you're looking for another development process. More of the newer ones, which is InVision. Now, it's a prototyping and collaboration platform, and it allows designers to create interactive and animated prototypes, gather feedback, and manage design projects. But regardless of what the web design agency uses, that platform will always help gauge what exactly you want for your website, the specifications that you're looking for, the design you're looking for, what you want to have functional on your website. Are you looking like dark or light mode, things like that? How many pages are you going to be looking for on your website? Are you going to have a one-page website? So you have these web design agencies to help you out to make some solid decisions. So our next one is the overall project management. So agents would typically follow a structured project management process to ensure projects are delivered on time and within a budget. This includes requirements gathering, planning, designing, development, testing, and deployment. So the initiation part would be defining the project scope. So outline the project's goals, objectives, and scope in collaboration with the client, and determine the website's purpose, target audience, and key features. So if we use Conley Cove as our example for initiation, so say that we are still in the development process of this, what exactly is the goal, the objectives, and the website's purpose? So we can clearly see that it is a travel guide, blog, and travel video type website. So it's there to gauge to the tourists, the people who might want to have a look at what Ireland or Northern Ireland's all about, or the different destinations that Conley Cove has to offer. And of course, that would be its target audience, which is the tourists or the different people that would like to travel or like traveling. And on top of the initiation part is you want to identify the stakeholders. So identify all the parties involved. That'll be your clients, designers, the developers, content creators, or any other relevant stakeholders. So of course, if you are going to be pushing into, say, the different services, so what services do we have? We have the web design development, which obviously is the clear step. You've got your digital marketing services, your content marketing services, and you just need to gauge on who you're going to work with. So of course you have your clients, you've got your designers, you've got your developers, content creators, and anyone that's relevant towards the project. And another very important initiation part is to set a project budget and timeline. So establish the budget and project timeline based on the scope and complexity of the project. So say, for example, I'm building this Web Design Belfast website. How long is it going to take me? Is it going to take me a day? Is it going to take me within 8 hours? What development tool am I going to use? Am I going to hard code it? Am I going to use WordPress, a CMS? Am I going to use a website builder? How am I going to go about it? So there's a lot of things to consider for your initiation process. So your next part is requirements gathering. So conduct client meetings, engage with the client to gather detailed requirements, preferences, and any specific design or functionality requests. Do some user research as well. So understand the target audience, their needs and preferences through user personas and market research. So just say, for example, we've got amazing cars and drives, okay? And you want to do some user research, understand who your target audience is. So if they're an automotive client and they want to create a dealership brand website, of course you want to try to push those to the people who want to buy their first car or the people who want to upgrade their car. You want to have some marketing strategy towards that. It's not just all website. So you can't just make a website look all fancy as a web design agency and not have an actual user research plan. So that's very, very important. You need to target the audience. You need to see what their needs are, their preferences through user personas, and of course, market research. And then comes the actual content strategy. So plan the content structure, include text, images, videos, and other media. So you could see how it's being carefully placed. We've got our hero section. Site's nice and modern, nice and white. You can pretty much see everything. You've got your navigation above. You've got about, car blog, car reviews, brands, car videos, contact. So here is, of course, the brand that we have. So it's mainly on about the Mercedes. So you can see how majority of the cars are Mercedes, but there are other brand reviews as well, like Ford, Mazda, BMW. Then of course what's next is the planning. So create a project plan, develop a detailed project plan outlining tasks, responsibilities, timelines, and milestones. Then what we discussed earlier on with the design and user UI and UX, that'll be the wireframing and then doing the mockups. You can actually even do it on paper. So depending on how the web agency is, or if you're a client and you maybe have an idea, why not jot it down on a piece of paper, draw some of the pages that you like, and then it doesn't have to be creative. It doesn't have to be, bang on. That's what I want as a website design. Just clarify some of the areas that you want on your website. Now, as well as that, you do have like technology stacks. That's when you determine the appropriate technology stack for the project. And again, coming back to what we talked about, that'll be the content management system, frameworks, the tools that you're going to be using. But overall, that's what you would want to have for planning. So your next stage really is the actual design and development. So again, think about what you want to use as a client on the font, the colors that you have in your branding, and as well as that, the web development agency. They should work closely with you to solidify a decision on your color schemes that you have in mind and some of the content that you have as well. And then in terms of development, that's fairly straightforward. You're looking to maybe just go for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and of course the CMS and WordPress. And you don't really have to think too closely on the back-end development as well as a client, as the web design agency will handle that as well. And that's the same with the content creation. But overall, project management, agencies have to follow quite a bit. So again, when you're doing the planning, you're doing the designing, development, then after all those stages is the testing and deployment. And then that's when, if you are giving ownership to the client, that's when you transfer everything over. Or if you're a client yourself, that's when you receive everything that you need from the web design agency. So that's pretty much just ownership, and that'll be your domain name, transferring over emails. So instead of the testing emails that like we would use as ProfileTree. It'll be now going towards your actual emails that you have live. But yes, project management, there's a lot to get at with that one. And of course, it does require a lot of stages, but overall, that's what you would look at for the project management. So what follows next is your maintenance and support. So after a website or web application has been launched, agencies may provide ongoing maintenance and support services to ensure that the site remains up to date, secure, and functional, especially if some of the web agencies are doing the hosting for you as well. Then they would have to try to do the maintenance and support. So one ways you could do that is to perform regular security updates. So I'll give you guys an overview on how you would do it on WordPress. So here we have the Luxury Leisure Affluence WordPress. Now if we just go to the plugins, so we'll be able to see what plugins we need to update. So you can see that there's a new version that's available for this one, but that's just WP migration. But you mainly want to look at the Smush or the iTheme security or the events calendar and WP Rocket, WP members, things like that. Just whatever you have for plugins, you want to make sure that you keep updating them and try to make sure that those updates won't affect the actual website, as some of them can create some issues just based on the plugin. Now, as well as the plugins, you want to think about the bug fixes and issue resolution. So promptly identify and fix any technical glitches, broken links, or errors that may arise on the website to maintain a seamless user experience. So if you have pages like the 404 page, and this was actually meant to link to services, portfolio, blog, about, or contact us, then you will have an issue with your links. That means there's a broken link somewhere. You want to go ahead and try to fix that. Now, as well as the bug fixes, think about the performance optimization as well. So always monitor the website performance. So you could do this quickly as well. So there's the inspect. You can get a performance insight using Lighthouse. So analyze the page speed load. So in doing this, you're ensuring that your page load is up to speed, you've got the best responsiveness, and you're also gauging and looking over the overall user experience. So this is one of the most important parts of running an actual website. So you can see that we do have a couple of issues, but that'll be in terms of our browser itself. But what you can do is actually search up the page speed insights. It's free on Google. You can analyze the URL from there. You can see that our performance with the largest contentful paint is 2.1 seconds. So it's all good there. And then we're also diagnosing performance issues. So that's one way to check for performance optimization as well. You can see that we're at 89 with 96 accessibility, 100 for best practices, and 100 for SEO. And as well as this, coming back to WordPress, you want to make sure that you have a backup and recovery. So regularly back up the website's data to prevent data loss. Just implement a robust recovery plan in case of emergency. So just say we completely lost this. How do we get back to it? We can always retract back to the old file and just work from there and have a look to see if any of our plugins or any other issues that may have caused the site to completely crash can be identified using the old file and the new file. So you can see it from there as well. So it's always good to have a backup recovery. As well as this, think about the hosting and server management. So while you are managing website hosting, make sure that you ensure server reliability, scalability, and uptime as an agency and address any hosting related issues that may arise. Now, as a client as well, if the agency is going through these crucial maintenance and support steps, and they are actually going by it step by step, then that means it's a solid agency that actually wants to look after and take a good bit of maintenance and support for your website. Now, as well as the stuff that we've covered now, which is security updates, bug fixes, performance optimization, backup and recovery. You will want to have a look at monitoring and analytics, security enhancements as well. So implement better SSL certificates. Now, we've covered this in another video if you guys want to check that out as well in our YouTube channel. But it's mainly all like your SSL certificates, your firewall protection, intrusion detection systems to safeguard against cyber threats, things like that. And as an agency as well, you want to make sure that you overlook some of the user reports, scalability and updates, and always do a regular audit as well as an assessment. So conduct periodic website audits to identify areas for improvement and ensure that the website aligns with the current industry standards. But there you go, guys. That is pretty much everything that you need to know about a web development agency. Now, whether clients would need a simple informational website or complex web application or even an e-commerce platform, a web agency like us is always there to help. And we'll be there from the beginning all the way to the very end, especially since we would like to make sure that we bring that digital vision to life. Regardless, working with a web development agency can be an effective way for businesses and individuals to establish a strong online presence and achieve their digital goals. But guys, hopefully you found the video helpful. If you did, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. Now, if you're maybe wanting to have some expertise bring your digital vision to life, why not check out our web development agency, which is www.profiletree.com. Go ahead and contact us and send us your inquiry. But guys, that pretty much reaches the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you very much for watching.